Hello, and welcome to Let's Talk Spoop. I'm your host, Don, and today we're going to talk about Eerie on Netflix. Pre-warning, this movie is in Tagalog, which is the Filipino national language, so it's another foreign film. But that put aside, I actually really enjoyed this movie, so let's get to it. It opens up with a bunch of kids working out with nuns watching them, and then there's an opening monologue about how a girl named Erica killed herself in the bathroom inside of this school that's run by nuns. At first I thought it was a convent, but it's a school run by nuns. Then it cuts to some of the girls, they're students there, because it's like a boarding school, I guess, or something like that. But it cuts to some of the kids who are staying there, the girls, playing games instead of sleeping. And then a nun comes in, chides them. Turns out that this is like the head nun. And then one of the girls has to go to the bathroom. She tries to wake up another girl to go with her, and nobody will get up. And when she goes to the bathroom, she gets attacked by a ghost. Then it cuts to the teacher, or the guidance counselor, talking to some of the nuns and the students about the girl who got attacked. This guidance counselor is a therapist. She wants to help the girls. She talks to a girl named Joyce, who is the one who they woke up and didn't go to the bathroom. And then the therapist proceeds to interview the ghost of Erica, the girl who hung herself. Then another girl dies, is choked to death, and from that point on, the story kind of meanders. It has no real clear direction. I liked the concept a lot of like a therapist who's actually talking to a actual ghost, and like is not really afraid of the ghost, but is trying to kind of help. Because she's a therapist, she's trying to help this ghost. So that was cool. Well, the story really has no clear direction. It meanders. And the ending has this completely unnecessary twist that I found really annoying. Because they kind of built it enough that you could have expected a different end, like expected the ending they gave you. And then they just twisted it for literally no reason. So, due to the kind of meandering storyline and the ending, I give it a 2.5 out of 5 for story. The acting, I actually watched this with my wife and my stepson, who are both Filipino, and according to them, the acting was really good. So I believe them. The only real thing I have against the acting is that for some reason they randomly changed from speaking Tagalog to speaking English for a few lines, and then back to Tagalog, and it's like, bakit. The music, I loved it. The music was phenomenal for this movie. It fit every scene perfect. The music was creepy. It was great, and I thoroughly enjoyed the music. I gave it a 5 out of 5 for music. The atmosphere, it hits you just right. It's creepy. The music and the way it kind of all melds together, they did a very good job on it. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 for atmosphere. It could have been scarier. It could have been a bit more atmospheric, especially because there's some scenes where it goes away from the school, and there's at least 3 separate like fake outs where it just turns out to be a dream, which is not really helpful to a scary atmosphere, right? So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 for atmosphere. The look, so the girl that was attacked in the bathroom, they show a scene of her, and she looked so great. It was really well done. All the effects in it are practical effects. There's no CGI. The ghost girl, Eerie, is kind of silly looking, though, when she goes like full-on ghost. So 3 for look. Creep, there were a few good jumps, and then it's just kind of the slow build up of creepiness. Nothing is overall creepy, but it does make you kind of just like uncomfortable and freak you out a little bit throughout the movie. So I give it a 4 out of 5. But in all honesty, I think you should have gotten this 3. So I'm going to go ahead and change that. Give it a 3 out of 5, which is going to give us a 21 out of 6. 6 goes into 21 3 times with 3 left over. 6 goes into 3.5. So 3.5 for Eerie on Netflix. For those of you who enjoy Filipino movies, this movie actually has several Filipino stars in it, according to my wife and stepson. Give me a minute. I'm going to IMDb the movie again, just so I can tell you their names. Jeremiah, I'm sorry that you have to do so much editing. I should have done a better job on this, and I'm sorry. I should have researched it more. Anyway, it's got the main character is played by Bia Alonzo. Charo Santos Concio is Mother Elise, who is the the head nun, and a actor named Jake Cuenca is the male lead, who plays a detective that's investigating the actual murder. Yeah, so that would be Eerie on Netflix in Tagalog.